What's happening now?
I'm just shutting down.
Tell us more about what are you shutting yourself off to?
I reject now feeling like I'm the square one or I'm the frigid one who's like needing to...
You are a feminist. You are a woman who represents women publicly.
Yes. And I guess I value women because we bring a lot to the world, but I don't think that the reason why we need to value them are because of their, what did you say, because of their lips? Because we...
But Pam, he values Tilda and he values Rebecca because of who they
Absolutely.
are and their lips.
I agree.
And there are times where I enjoy being objectified.
I agree,
by
but
the
I'm just
person that
curious
I'm
what it is
attracted
that
to.
he's trying to bring out. I don't understand what...
He wants him to just be honest about his feelings, that's all.
It's more than that. Much more than that.
Yeah?
If you can sit in your seat and be on the receiving end of attention and not have it harm you and not do any harm to the person who's providing it, assuming that what they're saying is inviting, assuming that what they say recognizes you, doesn't demean you or diminish you, but
Right.
recognizes all of who you are.
Yes.
You can sit in your seat and you can receive that and you can be available to it, benefit from it, and then know in turn what you feel toward the other person. That's the safest sex you'll ever have. That's expanding your capacity to tolerate recognition, acknowledgement, sexuality.
Sure.
All of the most primary things that we could feel for other people.
Sure.
Well, there's safety in that. That's expanding.
I guess I just feel like it sets us in some ways all back. Of course.
I don't think it sets us back, Pam.
I mean,
I think it brings us forward. What's that?
You just said us? She's talking about women, not you, Doc.
Us.
Yeah, you're not us.
All of us, men and women.
I like you, Manny. I think you're taking a chance, and you're out there, and you're not hiding. I mean, I thought it was a little,
Much?
but I liked it too, because you were out there.
You are out there, but I think there is something that you're hiding.
About what?
I don't know. Today's session in particular, it's like you're Pam's pit bull.
You're jealous. You're jealous of Pam.
I'm jealous that Pam has someone who cares about her that much to jump to her aid when she needs it. Yes, I'm jealous of that. I'm jealous of their connection, yes.
I jumped to your aid.
You do sometimes.
I did just now.
You did, yes.
And why are you so dressed up today?
I have a date
Okay.
with a musician.
And this is someone you know?
Yes, I know him because I go and listen to him play at Smalls.
What's his,
He's not a John.
What's his instrument?
I'm sorry?
What's his instrument?
Oh, he's a drummer.
A drummer.
Yeah.
Drummers.
He's very rhythmic, I'm sure.
He'll be good with his sticks.
Stick.
Wow.
It's like, meow.
What are you hoping to accomplish on this date?
I don't know, connection? Something to do?
Oh, that's bound to fail.
Why?
Something to do?
Well,
That sounds like that sounds like a recipe for a bad date.
No, I think it'll be a fine date. We're
You know
gonna have a
what I- but
drink
you know
and
what I
listen to
mean?
music.
It's like you're setting the bar, or maybe you're just hiding your excitement. But to say something to do.
I'm not that excited about him
Why?
because he's not a challenge, and he's not. Well, I was about to say, and he's not a threat. I don't know what that's about.
Wow.
Say it, that's all right.
You need somebody to feel threatening? To be
Yes,
excited?
but not necessarily physically.
It's like a challenge. Like he's
Yeah,
not
I
like
guess. I think I mean like, oh, will he hurt me 3 months from now, or will he not? Something like that.
And he's not threatening because you don't care enough whether he hurts you?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, do you want to hurt him? You want to
Maybe
smack him
maybe
around
a
like
little
the
bit.
Serbian?
Not smack him around, but boss him around.
I think Karina, if I understand, Rebecca's telling us that she has a strong objection to feeling hurt. And she's willing to go out with this fellow tonight, hoping to plan for the future. So she can limit the amount of hurt she's exposed to.
Well, don't we all do that?
Yeah, we were just talking to Pam about that.
You're speaking for several people in the room here. That's true. Most people want to control other people
Yeah.
because they don't want to have to experience what's painful. Witness what happened here tonight. And yet, the only thing you can control in life is yourself.
Sometimes not even that.
Sometimes not even that. But why go out on a date with someone you have no real...
Well, it's pleasurable.
It's pleasurable to control people and to have them do what you ask them to do.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Why choose that when you could go home and just feel lonely?
Is this a trick question?
What's your objection to feeling lonely? To being alone and knowing it?
Well, I'm alone a lot, so I think variation is key in life.
So
you know?
tell me something. How does that aloneness, how does your being alone, how does it manifest in this group?
I feel less lonely when I'm here.
But you know, you remove yourself, and we have to come find you.
Yeah, that's a pattern in my life.
Right,
Which
so
you know.
Karina's saying you practice loneliness in plain sight.
Yes, I'm
In full view
aware.
of these people, you're sitting here quietly suffering.
Yeah, I know. It's a comfortable place because it's a...
It's comfortable? What's
It's,
comfortable about it?
well, because I do it a lot. I've done it my whole life.
I mean, it's familiar. Doesn't
It's
mean
familiar.
doesn't mean it's comfortable.
That's right.
It's painful to be alone.
Yeah.
Some
Yes.
of the time.
Yes, some of the time. What are you getting at, Doc?
So what am I getting at?
I'm not so sure. I checked out there for a second because I was thinking about how sometimes you feel so comfortable it's uncomfortable, or you feel like so happy it's sad, or so not alone that you're suddenly like massively lonely. So I was still caught up on the distinction of familiar versus comfortable because I'm not sure if I agree with that.
I often find myself in those places.
Yeah.
Like if in a large group, I feel very alone.
Would you be open to announcing that when that happens in here?
Well, I'm feeling it now.
Why?
I don't know.
Say some more about it. What's making you feel that way now?
I'm not sure.
Don't be sure. Just speculate. You're shaking a thought away.
I feel sad. And I'm not sure why.
Make something up. I'm sad because...
I mean, maybe it was sparked by what happened between you two. Like... finding something that's significant and meaningful. And then it's...
And then losing it. Very painful.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot with all of us.
Right,
I just
but
don't
in
understand
particular with
why.
you, it looks like you've made a commitment to not be at risk again for being in pain.
No.
I don't want to be in pain. We've talked about this.
It's true.
You know,
But to be human, to be alive, is to be in pain from time to time.
I know.
Life is painful. Sometimes it's pleasurable, but it's often painful.
But you know, this hasn't happened in a long time. It used to happen all the time. On subway trains, I've cried at Gourmet Garage, I've cried at Fairway, Whole Foods, every grocery store in Manhattan. I got tired of it, Doc. Feels better. Not this, but, well, actually, now the release feels good. But now I'm in a period of my life where I don't cry at grocery stores, you know? I'm fine. And I'd rather be there, I think. But now you're telling me that it's better if I cry, or if I feel, or if I throw myself into situations that I know potentially, 50-50 at least, there's a chance, that it'll go away or I'll lose it somehow. Like someone could get hit by a bus, or someone could change their mind and not want to be with me, or anything. Or I get scared and I run away. So I don't know, Doc. Like, actually, I think I've hit a point where I'm stable now, and I don't know.
You don't want to go back.
I don't want to go back.
What would you mean to
I don't want to go back.
Go back to what?
Crying in grocery stores.
Being in pain and like, I don't know, maybe I'm like trying to be like a Buddhist where I'm just detached from everything.
Even if in some ways we're able to win under patriarchy, like it still isn't serving any of us. You know what I mean? And that's, I guess, what I come back to. But I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to.
To what?
Makes me so sad. You seem to carry so much weight around.
I don't know what that means.
You know, the weight of women.
Yes, that is a lens
and it
through which
makes me
I view the world.
Yeah, and it makes me sad.
Why?
It feels less empowering and more like a burden.
I'm not a woman, but when you're not a white dude, that's what it feels like, bro. You know, she's carrying the burden of being a woman. I'm carrying the burden of being a Latino. Like,
I get
I'm
it.
sorry, man. It's, you know,
Yeah, but
no offense.
I have to somewhat agree. Like, while I find you so powerful and sexy and strong, and I love that I'm a woman alongside you, I also sometimes, like with feminism at large, get a little, I don't want to be looked at as someone who's like dealing with this, you know, like, I feel like the more we highlight it and bold it and like, you know, paint it, it's like, well.
But this is what I mean, because otherwise we are just deluding ourselves. We are addicted to this system that is no longer serving us. And I guess what I feel like is like.
Okay, but Pam, I'm sorry. Life is so much more complex. And what happened between the two of you, it's not black or white.
Oh my
It's complex.
God, I don't even know who you are today. It's like you usually defend the women in this room, and today you're like everything she says.
That's just
No
not
mames, ¿qué
true.
estás haciendo? It's like insane to me, yo. It really is what you're doing today.
Mira,
Oh, really? Yeah? Bring it.
déjame de jugar.
Oh, okay.
Bueno,
So what's going on between them?
They're having a little bit of a.
I don't know what that means.
What
They're
is it?
lighting each up. They're striking some matches.
They're pushing each other. They're goading each other.
Yes, they're making
I don't
friction.
understand your extreme protection of Pam.
It's so intense, man.
What are you guys talking
It's
about?
just
I
so
defend everybody
intense.
in this room. I was just
No,
defending
not
him.
the way you defend
Not the
Pam.
way you defend
And I
Pam.
understand in this particular case, she
We
needed
have
a
a
lot of
connection. We
Yeah.
see we.
Whatever, I like Pam. Who cares?
Oh, you think?
You like Pam or you like Pam?
Oh, I like Pam. Who doesn't like Pam? I don't. You guys want me to be embarrassed about this? It's
No,
like I'm
we
fucking
just want
proud
you
as
to
fuck
own it.
about
We
this.
want you to open up
Listen,
about
as
it.
much as you like her, I notice you have not asked her how her trip was.
Like something happened today that got in the way of us getting to hear about Pam's trip, which I would love to hear about Pam's trip.
Did you get to do peyote or whatever you were gonna do?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
Did you get to do ayahuasca in Peru? Did you have a good
Did you
time?
see the shaman?
Guys, what's happening?
I'm just asking if she had a
Like,
good time.
I just got hard watching you guys look at each
Oh,
other.
relax over there.
Do you want to tell us about this or not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
How about at the beginning?
I mean, I don't know. It was.
What did that look at Manny just convey to him?
I mean, I feel like Manny knows what I've been wrestling with.
Yeah.
How?
We ran into each other at a movie.
Accidentally or on purpose?
No.
Totally
Totally an accident.
Totally. And
It's a
again, with
wonderful
the
accident. It's a
serendipity
really
in my
great
life,
accident,
it's
but yeah,
too
we ran into each other.
ridiculous.
What movie?
It was on the waterfront.
Where was that playing?
Film forum.
Film for?
It was great. It was wonderful.
It was awesome.
But we totally needed a drink after
Yes.
witnessing
Oh.
that. And plus, I was just, I mean, my life was so uprooted. At that point, I had no idea if I even wanted to return to group. I didn't know anything about.
Right. So what happened?
We had a drink.
You had a drink?
We had a drink and it was wonderful. We had a really good time. And I actually don't feel bad about it. And I felt so bad for like 6 weeks about this, and now I'm really happy that we did. We had a really wonderful time.
Is we had a drink a euphemism for something?
No.
You sure?
I wish, but no.
You
We
wish?
just had a drink. Yeah.
Well, what stopped you?
Probably this group, actually. And I think that's why I'm pretty pissed off at you guys, actually. Honestly, yeah.
We were looming over you.
Yeah, but I'm
Of course.
also...
Well, because we kept talking. We ordered one drink. This is bad. Should we have another?
Oh, so it was 2 drinks.
That's 2 drinks.
Yeah, but it felt like we were
not.
fucking
We
having an
had a
affair or
drink.
something.
A minute ago was we had a drink. Now it's we had 2 drinks.
We sat at a bar for 3 hours. Is that okay with you,
Oh,
Rebecca?
wow. It's like 7 drinks.
What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with it? You're talking about it. I'm glad to hear it.
What'd you learn about each other that you couldn't learn in here first?
God. That's such a, you question, man.
Well, maybe that's a good thing to be reminded of. What inspired that guideline?
Well, you can fall in love with anybody in here, but you're discouraged from acting on it by going for a drink or going to bed together or going to dinner together. We want to see all the action develop in here between people together. Everybody has access to the same data.
Maybe there is some value in exploring other settings, or...
I think the important thing to understand is that the rules are there to help this become a safe environment to explore things together.
Yeah, and you also have said the rules are there to be broken. There's exploration in that as well.
Well, exactly. So I'm interested in knowing how is it that Manny and Pam decided to have this drink together rather than bring whatever the excitement was between them to the room, to have the experience in front of you and in front of Karina and in front of Stuart. Why deprive people in this room of the possibility of learning how this relationship is deepening? They go for a drink, it's lost to us. We're not there, we don't see it.
But you chose to be in a group. You chose to be in this kind of setting to learn something about yourself. You can have the relationship that you want with Manny in the room.
I know all this, but I got a real thrill. I got a real thrill out of, I don't know, it was breaking the rules. I guess I just feel like for the first time in my life, I have agency. And this felt like, fuck yeah, this is my life, and if I want to do this, I don't have to follow arbitrary rules. I like this person. I get a thrill, I get a charge.
I can't help listen to you and think about Henry. You did the same thing with Henry. You broke the rules.
Yeah.
Yes, he was the teacher, but it sounds like you pursued him, you broke those rules, and I'm very curious to know why this seems to be a pattern in your life with men.
It's amazing that you just did that.
Why?
That you just compared her and I going to have a drink to that relationship. That you just
Why?
put those in the same
They
category.
were both
It's
taboo. They were both not supposed to
amazing how you
happen.
did that.
She noted a very obvious similarity. I don't think she's comparing you to him or the in-between to that in-between, but the fact that it was taboo against the rules and that Pam did get, I don't know, in her own words, a thrill is something
Titillated.
maybe to explore.
I feel like the idiot again, because I feel like I have once again, and also,
Pam, hold on. I have an idea about something you just did.
Yes.
Are you open to an idea?
I'm very open to an idea.
I noticed just now that you became more focused and concerned about the group's reaction, the group's response. How about consider the possibility that when you move in that direction, you're moving away from you. You're moving away from an awareness of you, Pam. And in turn, you're moving away from Manny. Find out how deeply you feel in the moment for Manny. He's a contender. He's interested in you, but he doesn't know that he can have you.
He's not a has-been.
Not yet.
Not yet.
in this exchange with him, right now, some part of you wanted to be with him, and then you got concerned about the group. That's the part of you that wanted to leave.
Yeah. I think I feel very aware of how I engage with men. And so today, I think I'm a little bit more detached than I would like to be in order.
You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong.
I mean, I don't think that I am shaming myself. Does it seem like I'm shaming myself?
You are shaming yourself. And when you shame yourself, you remove yourself from connection. Shaming is a self-involved activity. It removes you from the other person. Mm-hmm. You didn't do anything wrong. But it would be very helpful if you invited some part of your mind to start watching for how that happens, when it happens. Just notice it. The world is losing a scientist shortly when Stuart leaves his program. Become that scientist. Get a PhD in Pam. Okay, on that note, wish you a good week.
Oh, I've got to turn down that job.